All right, this is the post fight UFC 251. Usman versus
Masvidal.
yeah. We just got finished watching the fight and didn't really end how we wanted it to end, but it was a good fight. There wasn't a lot of action. Usman kind of, I guess,
He basically hump-legged Masvidal's leg the entire time. Now, I don't mind wrestlers, okay? Now, when you know
Just
you're
not
getting your
gay
ass
ones.
beat, when you're getting your fucking ass beat with hands on hands, that's a real fight. Don't try to hump each other's leg and think you're a fucking fighter, because you're not, okay? So, what he did, basically, he went in there, he tried to swing with Masvidal. Masvidal caught his ass, and then, bam, he went to the fucking leg lock and tried to put him in the guard, clinch, and take him down. Now, that right there is really, well, basically it's MMA, but it is not, you know what I mean? In a way that,
well, he knew that he couldn't stand toe-to-toe with him.
No,
so
he didn't know. So that's why he had to
that's
fucking
his
hump his
game plan.
leg.
He's a wrestler.
So, anyways,
Masvidal's a striker.
Masvidal made it all the way, 5 minutes, 5 rounds, 25 minutes, completely.
With no training.
No training, and he had 6 days to make weight. He had to lose 20 pounds in 6 days and travel from Abu Dhabi to Miami, Florida, from where he was. So, he did all that, made weight, made all these changes, and still didn't get knocked out, still didn't get choked out, still was
a good fight.
And, dude, this guy did not give up.
And he
was
kept him
consistent.
He blocked a lot of shots.
Absolutely.
So he wasn't, like, totally, overwhelmed by the wrestling, because he's a really good wrestler, and
right.
he was able to defend the wrestling a lot. So he must have worked a lot on his ground game and his wrestling defense and takedown defense, because
definitely. Then from his own training camp, like Dustin Poirier and all those other guys, even Mike Brown, one of his head coaches, even told him too that they were bringing in like big time wrestlers. Like, right. These guys were like all American, like Olympic wrestlers, and they were just specifically for George Masvidal. So he was so great that he only got taken out twice in the fight. The entire fight, he got taken out twice by Kamaru Usman, who's an Olympic wrestler as well, and an All-American wrestler. So I think it goes to show you that how very well maintained and very well trained and disciplined this person is. So he's a very, very good potential champion.
And also, too, I think there's going to be a rematch.
Oh, absolutely.
Masvidal actually has a chance to train for this fight. I think he would have a lot better chance, because you could tell he was winded early in the fight, and he was just trying to pace himself. If he was able to be in better shape and have more explosions, it'd be a better chance to catch Usman, because you could tell in the corner they were telling him, he's going to have a few explosions. Once that's over with, then you can take over, but watch out for the explosions. So even the corner was telling him, basically watch out, because he's still very dangerous, but once he's tired, then you can basically handle him. So
right, and I agree too. The thing is that he, like I said, he didn't have a full training camp. He had 6 days, 6-day notice. Okay, now that's a 6-day notice to fight. That's not a 6-day notice, including this 6-day notice to lose 20 pounds.
Right.
Be quarantined from your own training partner and have so much time with them. That's it, for 6-7 days on an island that you've never been at before. And then you got to travel completely across the globe, and then you have to maintain, or I guess adjust to the time frame on how they work, because they fought like about, here it is probably
like a little after 12.
It's about 2 o'clock.
It's 12 in the morning.
It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. So they probably fought about 1:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Now over there it's probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6 a.m. early that morning. Yeah. Like, can you imagine waking up at 6 a.m. as a job, and you gotta fight and get your ass beat, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's all good, boys, taking interviews, do all this shit, do all this extra testing, go back home, go to the hospital, and then go back to your hotel room, sleep a little bit, and then jump into an aircraft and then right back home. So these are the things that these guys live through. So very much respected Kamaru Usman. He's a great fighter. And Jorge Masvidal. I think that was the best fight of the night. So
yeah. They did have some good women's fights earlier, though.
they did. Fucking
the first fight or second fight we watched was really good.
Definitely Thug Rose. Thug Rose kicked some ass. Thug Rose Namajunas, if I'm saying it correctly. She definitely did some badass things.
Those two women, much respect. They went to the end. They beat the shit out of each other and didn't knock each other out, but definitely they earned a paycheck tonight. So
correct. Yeah.
Much respect to the women fighters.
Yeah, they are the toughest breeds. Like I swear, like they were like super tough. Didn't give a shit. Just like stand your ground and fight. And man, these like women were incredibly tough. So,
but all in all, it was a pretty good ticket. I mean, a couple things didn't end the way we thought they would, and also too, when you have such good fighters and they have such good defense and they know who they're fighting, a lot of times it doesn't end up being as exciting as you would like it because they just counter everything, and they respect each other, so they don't get like real crazy with their throwing a lot of strikes and stuff. So sometimes the better fights and the more equal fights aren't as good because you don't have those really highlight knockouts and quick matches and stuff like that. So.
Right. And I agree 100%. So basically, in a nutshell, don't underestimate the person that's next to you, okay? You never know if it's going to win or not. So, I mean, if this guy's been training for so many times, or this person's been training for so many minutes, you have no idea. So, just
because you got a fat, bald lumberjack sitting next to you, don't mean he can't kick your ass.
Right. Yeah. And I'm meaning the one next to me, not the one down there, you know what I'm saying? Well, thanks again, YouTube. So, we are more than happy to go ahead and give you this videos here on UFC 251. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So
we have a lot of these. I recorded a lot of the fights, and I'm going to try to edit them and get them online. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see it or have access to a TV or ESPN, we'll try to download them and get them downloaded as fast as possible. You guys can see the outcomes.
Absolutely. So, like I said, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and that bell. So if you like our videos, so it might be cheap for right now, but later on we might get rich, so you never know. So just go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe and that bell.
German sausage and avocado live interviews after the UFC fight.
Right, UFC fights, and there's many more to come. So thank you again.
And if we don't have any fights, maybe we'll make some of our own.
Right. If not, then I'm probably going to be fighting your girlfriend.
All right.
Hey, no, don't put that
Cheers.
in there yet.
Cheers.
No, I'm serious. Don't put that in. They're not going to like that. I swear to God, if
Nothing
Sarah
about their
Sarah
wives.
hears that,
Nothing about their wives.
turn it off, man. Damn.